y'all, Violet here, second generation homeschooling mom of 3. I have an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and an infant. Today I wanted to share a comparison and review of a bunch of different Aesop's Fables collections. So let's get into it. So I mentioned in my family subjects video that my son is in kindergarten, and so I wanted to cover some Aesop's Fables this year, possibly using Jim Weiss's audio CD, but I also have this book. This is the one that I used as a kid, but I don't love it. I feel like it's dry, and the way the stories are told, it almost feels like they're so condensed that they start to all feel the same, almost like you're reading like a Wikipedia article summarizing all the tales for you or something. I don't know. I remember reading this book as a kid and getting bogged down, and I was rereading it in preparation for this upcoming year and just not loving it. So somebody commented on my family subjects video that I should look at the McElderry book of Aesop's Fables and see how I liked that one. And that kind of started me on this, checking out a ton of different Aesop's Fables collections from my library and seeing which ones I like the best. So this is the McElderry book of Aesop's Fables. And this one has a ton. This one is a much smaller selection, and each one is a lot longer. And this I felt like went too far in the other direction. These stories are now too long for me to put in our family subjects basket, just kind of based on how we're doing things. And I also don't love the illustration style. It's a little cartoony for me. I don't hate it, but the Milo Winters pictures are just so beautiful that it's kind of a noticeable how cartoony these ones are. So I thought maybe this could work for us, but they are a little, I don't know, just a little wordy. So then I checked this book out from our library, Witting Wisdom, an anthology of Aesop's Fables. These ones are shorter, and they have gorgeous illustrations, but irritatingly, this huge spread is just for the title. And then the actual tale is much less fully illustrated. So you don't even get to look at this beautiful picture while you're reading the tale. These were fine, but I felt like they were, again, a little short. And this collection is pretty small. And also some of the pictures were kind of scary. So this one was out for us. This next one I checked out because I've liked other things that this illustrator has done, Charles Santore, and I couldn't find in here any information about who translated the tales. So they sounded a lot like the Milo Winter ones, but without the moral at the end, which was kind of a bummer. And again, these pictures were so realistic that some of them were a little scary. So, but I realized when I was looking through this book that I really do want the moral at the end. So this one was out for us as well. This next one I had really high hopes for, Aesop's Fables, retold by Fiona Waters. She's done some other, I think she compiled the poetry collection that I really like, Sing a Song of Seasons. And she has 2 books. So this is a lot of Aesop's Fables. But when I was actually reading through them, the stories themselves are fine, but the illustrations are just so cartoony that I just couldn't, especially the people. Let me see if I can find a page with a person on it. I just really, really didn't like that style. And this translation or this retelling was fine, but it didn't kind of make up for how cartoony the illustrations were. So then I checked out this one. I've read other things by Dre Pinkney, like his fairy tale retellings, and I've really liked them, and his illustrations are always beautiful without being so realistic they're scary. And this one is my favorite. So I don't know if I'm gonna buy this one yet, or if we're just going to check it out from the library, but it has a decent number of fables. Not as many as Milo Winter, but a lot more than a lot of the other collections I was looking at. The retelling is a good length. It's longer, or I feel like, at least when I'm reading it, includes kind of more storytelling type details. And the illustrations are really nice. And it has the moral too. So this basically was everything that I was looking for. Just for a closer comparison, this is the same story in the Dre Pinkney version and then the Milo Winter version. And you can see that they're fairly similar in length. This one's actually 3 sentences longer. And in those 3 sentences, there's, I feel like at least, more characterization. I think part of it too is that this is written in an older style. And so it just feels drier to me. I can't think of a better way to say that. So I do prefer this one. The other thing that I wanted to point out is the moral of the story. This one is a kindness is never wasted, which is important, but I feel like the last sentence of this, now you see that even a mouse can help a lion, leads you to a moral that's more like the one that this one has. Even the strongest can sometimes use the help of the smallest. So I feel like this one, the morals align a little bit better with what I feel like are the points of the stories when I read them. The other thing that I noticed too when I was comparing these two is that the lion is very much the focus of this story, whereas the mouse is kind of the main character moving through this story. It starts with the mouse and it ends with the mouse. This one starts with the lion and focuses more on the lion. So that was kind of interesting too. I hope you found this helpful. I would love to know what your favorite Aesop's Fables collection is in the comments below. I will link all of these books in the description box. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you click on an Amazon link and make a purchase, I will receive a small commission. Thank you for watching.